Thank you. So today, like I said, I'm going to go through a little bit of why choose me, why choose Erie, how can I differentiate myself in the marketplace from everybody else that's out there, and what are you going to get when you do business with me. Okay. Some of the basic things that you're going to see that everybody has to go through. And today I'm going to focus on your autos and your home, your personal lines things. If you look at the sheet on there that goes through your new auto policy declaration page, that is what's called a declaration page. These are the things you receive in the mail once your policy issues. This is the legal binding document that shows what you do and don't have as far as insurance. And the biggest one that you're going to see, I'll hit a couple points on here, but liability. So when I go through and I speak with my clients, if you look down on that page, you're going to see some areas at the bottom of that first page that say liability protection, bodily injury, $250,000, $500,000, and property damage of $100,000. Those three numbers in the state of Tennessee are regulated through the state. So every number, every insurance company that you have or speak with is going to give you one of those numbers. Some of them are going to go with state minimums, which are 25, 50, 15. What that stands for on the first side is bodily injury per person involved in the accident. So if John hits me, in the example that you have on your page, Erie Insurance is going to pay $250,000 to fix me. If they hit my family, they're going to pay up to $500,000, and then that last one, that $100,000, that's going to fix my vehicle, whatever I'm in, or any property damage that might have caused. Could happen that he hit me into the Exxon sign at the corner of Poplar and Highland, and we destroyed the sign. All that's going to come out of those numbers. The most important thing that I tell my clients when it comes to this liability, you're at work every day. You're working hard for your paycheck, right? Whatever you put away, however much or however little it is something that you value. Is that a true statement? Okay. So what more or what less should I say that you're going to want to have somebody come by and take what you work for, correct? Well, I can show you how on this liability number for pennies on the dollar to make sure those assets that you have are protected. You don't want to go through that financial conversation. I tell my clients, hey, make sure you look at your house, your cars, the things that you value, those assets, those 401ks, those retirement plans, and make sure you've got enough liability protection. Let the insurance company hold that side of it. It's like a seesaw, okay? What comes directly after that is your deductibles. There's two types of deductibles, a comprehensive and a collision. First, foremost, the basics of a deductible is the portion of a repair that you are responsible before the insurance company is going to kick in and start their paying off those liability limits, okay? So most people like a $250 to $500 deductible right in there. You can go higher. Again, a higher deductible means your premium's going to go down. Lower deductible, it's going to go back, just like a seesaw. You look at it like a seesaw back in the playground days, okay? Comprehensive, those are things like hail damage, vandalism, theft, a tree falls on your house, on the vehicle in the middle of the night from a windstorm. Those are covered, but those are going to be claimed under comprehensive, just like glass breakage. Well, collision is more of the vehicle is moving. You might be driving down the freeway and again run into me or something might happen. Now, one of the biggest questions I get is, what about animals? What do animals come into this? I'm driving late at night, I hit a deer. How would that fall? How would that hit me? Well, that's going to come up under your comprehensive deductible. So comprehensive are a little bit easier on the rating factor scale than collision. Collision's more you're at fault for. Comprehensive, some of those, it just does happen. And finally, the uninsured motorist, that portion that you see down on here, I always match what the liability protection is. So my clients have a liability asset protection that we go through. I look at that. Well, you're protecting other people if you hit on that front line. The statistics I showed you earlier of something over 600,000 people in Tennessee are going to have to get insurance come July 1. Well, they haven't had insurance, so you might be protecting everybody else, but if you don't have the proper uninsured motorist protection, you're going to be up creek. So at Erie, we've got a product. We have this go in, and most companies in the state, again, because of regulation, this is a $200 deductible going back regardless whatever your deductible is here. Now, if we look at the homeowner's insurance, the biggest thing people look at, okay, well, my house is valued at X dollars. So let's look at our form on here where it says Erie Secure Home. If you flip over to the back page, you're going to see where that shows the amount of insurance on the dwelling, $155,500. That is what the third-party estimates are showing my house would cost to rebuild. It's roughly 1,500 square feet based off of the era in the 1950s. You look at, there's hardwood throughout. Yes, the bathrooms are outdated, but if you go up into my rafters, they're a lot closer than some of the newer areas. My flooring in the attic is 1x6s, 1x8s compared to 4x8 sheets of plywood. There's a cost difference in that when you go look at the physical lumber and that goes into that. So those numbers are derived from third parties. Most insurance companies are very similar in that realm with that number. So a lot of questions people get, well, my house isn't worth that. It wouldn't sell for that. That's true. But if I go back in and I lower that too much, which some folks will do to keep that premium dollar low, you in the end, at the time of a claim, are the one in distress. So we really try to not do that. Now, the personal property, the state of Tennessee says, based off that top number, we have to give you 50% of that. Erie, other A-plus carriers like Erie say, 50% based off bankruptcy, that's not quite enough. We go 75%. So when you look at that number again on that back portion of the page, you'll see where that personal property is on mine. Again, shows that's about $116,000. Now, the other structures, some of those things that cover detached garages, that's a percentage of that as well. You've also got the liability that kicks over into your home insurance. So on my particular house, that's $100,000 because I have an umbrella policy. An umbrella policy blankets my auto and my home and my motorcycle. So if I were to get into an accident, I've got $1 million on top of that. So that liability is going to pay out to fix other people or to fix myself on the uninsured side. I've got that coverage taken care of. Okay, so this is the meat and potatoes. Why pick Keller? Why pick Erie? What do we do? What's different about us in the marketplace? Service. I give every one of my clients my cell phone. I have no problem with it. It's on my website that Mr. Murdoch helped me with. It's on my Facebook page that Shane's helped me with. It's on my business cards. If you sit down and meet with me, I will make sure you have it so you can reach me. I don't mind. I'm very mobile. There's a lot of things I'm doing, meeting odd hours, so I want my clients to be able to get in touch with me. That's part of what you get when you pay for my services. Okay? Got Erie Auto Rate Lock. So how many times every 6 months do you come back and your rates change just a little bit? Okay? And as the world goes on, consumers want more power, correct? Would you not agree with the internet? Everybody wants more control. Well, we've listened to that, and what we've come up with is a product that says, hey, look, I've got 3 factors that I can lock your rates in. All my policies are 12 months anyways, but I can lock your rates in. If you keep the same drivers, the same address, and the same vehicles, once I put this into effect, it will not change. There's nobody in Tennessee that's doing that. So that gives some of my retired folks and even younger folks with kids that are 3, 4 that are working on that cost, that are trying to make sure that they have that fixed. That's a great product for them. And you've got some of the flyers that are out there to look at that. Diminishing deductible. There are a couple others in the marketplace that offer this. They have a very high premium for that. At Erie, we've got a $30 a year. It's called Erie Auto Plus. It extends your towing, gives you a couple other benefits, but the largest one is the diminishing deductible down to a $0 deductible. So what that means, as long as you have no claims, you're a good driver, you're controlling the things you're doing what's right, we want to reward you for that. So as that goes on, we take that off. Now, if you have a claim, that's okay. Nothing's going to happen. You've already got rate lock, so we're not going to change your rates, but we're going to go back to what your original deductible was in case something else happens there. Again, I mentioned they were annual policies. You can find more information about myself and my company at insurewithkeller.com. That is our website. Ways to help me. Okay, so I like to give seminars, educations. People don't understand what they have, what their rights are, what full coverage means, what liability means, why they have to have this, what the purpose of it is. Let me come talk to them. Let me give a presentation. I'll buy them food, no cost to them, just a friendly conversation. If it doesn't mean anything for them, that's okay. Here, if you have any of your friends, family talk about, I don't know my insurance agent, I don't know what I have, I just moved in a new house, got this new car, I'm out of school, first job, you're paying things, you think you've got full coverage, you might be one of those state minimum people that you're really undercovered, okay? You can't ever get the agent, they're never there, no one answers the phone, you always get an or an 800 number. How annoying are those? Okay, yes, every company has 800 numbers, I have to deal with them every day when I call and do things, but let me be your advocate in that area and fight for you there. You call me, say, hey, Robert, find out what's going on. And that's what I'm going to do as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And again, the rates keep changing. You keep hearing people say, man, my rates keep going up. My car is getting older and older. What can I do about that? Let me have a conversation. There is no obligations with anything I do, not only on the residential side, but on the commercial side. Friendly conversation. If it doesn't work, I'm going to stand up and tell you, hey, thank you for your time. I appreciate the opportunity. You're better off where you are. Again, I'm Robert Keller with Keller Insurance. Thank you very much.